Sometimes I have these spurts of energy and motivation, and I'd be like, I have to start working out, I have to start a new hobby, I have to start playing a new sport, I have to start eating healthy. I feel like I can do it. And then probably I start doing it, and I'm into day 3, day 4, and then I realize I'm just getting overwhelmed and drained of energy, and I cannot do it all because I just don't have the time. But then I see everyone else around me and they are doing everything else that they want in their life, and I am the only person who just doesn't have time. How's it even possible? In today's video, I'm going to share 10 tips for effective time management, and I'm also going to share some tips and tricks that I follow personally, and also some personal examples on how I manage my time. Number 1 is to prioritize your task. So every day, instead of just starting out and doing work as it comes, think of what is most important to you. Everyday priority task will ideally come from your long-term goals and commitments as well. For instance, the long-term goal is to be more fit over the end of this year and have fitness as a part of your life. Obviously, നിങ്ങളുടെ priority taskനകത്തുണ്ടാവും related works like healthy eating, cooking healthy food, maybe going out for walks, or so activities automatically will be more prioritized for you in your life. You feel like you have to be fit, but then you haven't set that goal for you. You haven't prioritized that yet, but you just feel like I need to do it. We're just waiting for somebody to bail you out of gym and bail you out of the workout. Well, that happens to me. I'm just waiting for some excuse to not work out. And I think I've been successful in finding that excuse for quite some time now. The ideal condition would be prioritize your goals and your task will filter out automatically. The rest of the works that will remain, but they are not to be done today. Nothing is going to happen even if you do it tomorrow or the after tomorrow. But then what is to be done today has to be done today. So prioritize your work and focus on what that needs to be absolutely done today. Second point is to set realistic goals. New Year time la, I think YouTube gets flooded with a lot of videos about a realistic goal setting for 2024, how to revamp your life with goal setting, etc. Everything related to goal setting. This is just a repetition probably of, the key points that those videos tell you. Essentially, what you need to do is to break down your goals into doable chunks of works and set a realistic target of that goal. You should be focusing on the actions rather than the outcome, because action is what you can control. If I set the realistic goal for my YouTube is to hit 10k subscribers by end of 2024, I can't be coming into your account and forcing you to subscribe to my channel, isn't it? But what is under my control is to publish a video probably every week or once in every 2 weeks or whatever that is. So that is the action that I can control. So my target and my goal should be based on that. Another example would be to set a target that I want to lose 5 kg at the end of April. So that is a goal based on an outcome, but not the action. So what am I going to do to lose that 5 kg? So essentially, our realistic goal should be, I'm going to eat healthy every day from tomorrow onwards, and I'm going to go for a walk for 30 minutes every day. And also make sure that you don't set unrealistic target like publishing 3 videos per week when you really know that you can't even shoot 1 video per week. You know how to manage time instead of crunching everything and saying that somebody else is doing it so I can do it. No, your life is different from the other person's life and you cannot be them. So set realistic targets that can be tracked. When you track it, you'll be able to understand whether they are realistic or whether they are too overwhelming for you. And based on that feedback, you can change your target. And by doing that, you ensure that you have enough time in your life to chase that target. The third point is to utilize time blocking. Any self-help book, if you read, they do tell you all these points about realistic goal setting, prioritizing your task, and setting time aside. It is so important because if you don't set a time, your time is just flowing between each and every task, and any task that comes up is going to occupy your time. But if you really want to manage your time, you have to set time aside. When you block your time, you get a reminder, first of all, that this is the time for you to start working out. If you set a time that 4 to 5 is your workout time, it's more like a reminder and you feel the need to start working out in that case. The second point is that other people whose life is dependent on you or revolving around you will also start valuing and understanding your time. So they kind of try to push things away from your scheduled time blocks of important things in your life. So you can have blocks of free time, blocks of important time, and please ensure that when you have blocks of important time, have them set at realistic times. Like if you set your workout time right after lunch, that is like giving yourself a really good excuse of not working out. So when you put the time block, make sure that you put realistically possible time blocks, and that will really help you to structure your day, and other people will understand that, you know, that is going to be like a routine or a schedule, and that they should be aligning their time blocks according to your time blocks. So that's a really good way of time management. So I think when you have a time block, a start and an end time, it tends to get into your brain that you need to be more productive. That time ticking kind of makes you more productive somehow. It's my personal experience. I don't know if people feel under pressure that way, but for me, I think it works. It could be something else that works for you, but time blocking definitely is going to work in some way or the other. So try time blocking and let me know how it works for you. There are the simple but yet very effective time management strategies to batch things together. So it could be either similar things or things you need to do at a common place. It could be anything, but I think we all subconsciously do such batching of works like kitchen cleaning and cooking. So നിങ്ങൾ cook ചെയ്യുമ്പം, especially Indian cooking, നമ്മൾ കുറേ തവയിലിട്ട് വെച്ചിട്ട് you'll be waiting for it to boil or something like that. So boil ചെയ്യാനുള്ള ഒരു 5 minutes in a time you could be doing some cleaning as well. So that's a batching up of work. Whereas example is if you've got some shopping to do from a local store, നിങ്ങൾ walking പോകുന്ന ടൈമിൽ തന്നെ you can do the shopping. So that is clubbing up of 2 works, but then it effectively reduces the time that you might have taken if you had to do it as 2 separate tasks. So in the morning itself, when you are looking at tasks that you have to do, probably try bunching up and batching up things to do together. You save up on a lot of time. The next point is to delegate tasks to others. നമ്മുടെ ഫാമിലിയിലാണെങ്കിൽ we can ask help from our partner, or നമ്മുടെ പിള്ളേരുടെ അടുത്ത് നമുക്ക് ഹെൽപ്പ് ചോദിക്കാം. Or if you have some other works outside of your family, you can ask your neighbor to help. Or നിങ്ങളൊരു joint ഫാമിലിയിലാണെങ്കിൽ you can ask whoever is your parents or whoever is staying with you, you can ask them for help. When we delegate work to others, not only does it lighten our workload, it also adds a lot of extra time to yourself. Probably our ചെയ്യുന്ന task might not be as perfect as how it would have been if I did the task, but I think we can live with it, isn't it? What I have realized is that initially നമുക്ക് ആ imperfection കാണുമ്പം കുറച്ചൊരു you might feel the urge to, you know, just tell them വേണ്ട ഞാൻ തന്നെ ചെയ്തോളാം. But I think you get used to it. I mean, they're not going to change, okay? They're going to do the work in the same messy way forever. Life is not perfect, so I think you can live with some imperfections. Plus also I felt like we are not setting a good example for our own kids. We need to be sharing tasks and delegating tasks, and it's our life skill of develop by probably folding their own clothes or so they are helping us. So they are learning a life skill by us delegating that work. The delegation is not going to harm anyone. It's a shared responsibility, all of this work. I think I've already spoken about this in my earlier video about cleanliness. I'll be linking that video up in here. It talked about shared responsibilities there, so you can click that link in here to watch that video. Another important point is to have fixed routines. So routines doesn't mean that you have to be like fixed routines like a robot and that you can't fit in anything else, but routine would be filling up at least 50% of your time of the day, and the rest 50% could be flexible to pick up things as and when it goes. But you should have a fixed routine for specific parts of your day so that it goes smoothly. Especially I felt that having a good morning routine helps set the tone of the day. ഞാൻ മുന്നേ ഒരു വീഡിയോ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. I'll put the link up here about my morning habits and routines that helps me being productive. അങ്ങനെ മോർണിംഗ് റുട്ടീൻ ഓർ ലഞ്ച് റുട്ടീൻ ഓർ കിടക്കാനുള്ള റുട്ടീൻ, അങ്ങനത്തെ നമ്മൾ റുട്ടീന് കുറച്ച് റുട്ടീൻസ് സെറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് കഴിയുമ്പം ഓട്ടോമാറ്റിക്കലി മച്ച് ഓഫ് ദ വർക്ക് reduces because you don't have to make any decision. It's already set in the routine that in the time you don't need to be like asking everyone around that's the most confusing question. When you have a routine fixed that Monday is this breakfast, Tuesday is this breakfast, Wednesday is this breakfast, there's no decision making fatigue, no time wasted in making that decision. It's just cook. So try to have some sort of routine that fills up 50% of your day, that fills up 50% of your weekends, so that there's a structure to your life, a structure to your day, and the rest 50% is more for your surprise and adventurous part of your lives. Next point is to use technology at your best, and I fail at this miserably so much that I use so much technology in any other activity but time management. But I feel too complicated with all of these time management apps. The only time management stuff I really do is to set reminders. So Alexander, I asked him to put a reminder, say food order and a reminder every Sunday for Grace to have food ordered for the rest of the week, and some sort of regular recurring reminders. Alexander the partner and it keeps on announcing it every other day. Another time management app that I probably use is timers. So when I start working on things I know I'm going to be truly engrossed in and forget the time, so to help me block that time, I tell my watch to remind me or set a timer for 1 hour. Another app that I use is Pomodoro. I might have talked about it earlier in my work from home video. I'll link it up somewhere here. Work from home because I'm sitting alone and I've got a lot of tasks to do, I want to be very productive, and adina I use the Pomodoro technique, wherein I start the timer, I work for 25 minutes and then break for 10 minutes or 5 minutes and then again work for 25 minutes. So I make sure that within that 25 minutes I'm putting my best. Even if I've reached the goal or not, I still have put in my best. So that really helps me being more productive. At the top of my mind, these are the basic productivity or time management things that I use. I want to use a lot of other apps, but I just feel like it's too overwhelming. I'm the old school book writing kind of person. I book listed it strike off usually, but I want to switch to app because the books is always not accessible to you when you want to write something, and phone note. But let's see, if I get into some kind of that, I'll surely share that with you on the apps and things that I use for my time management. The last point I want to talk about today is to prioritize yourself, take breaks, and not take up too much, and not take up too much of work that you cannot handle yourself. So despite all the points that we talked about having routines, blocking your calendar, delegating works, there are several situations where but really you need to prioritize yourself and give your body, mind time to relax and rest as well. So instead of taking up too much work, take up little work every day, and then do not shift the goalpost of works. Every other week, just do that much. Our normal tendency is to have progress and show that in the 20 minutes workout by next week I have to do 30 minutes workout, and by end of this month I have to be like doing 1 hour workout. That's not necessary. You can continue doing just 30 minutes workout for the entire year as well. So whatever is sustainable for you, whatever does not overwhelm your body and your mind, fix that as your routine. Give yourself a break and rest. That way your body will be rejuvenated, your mind will be relaxed to actually use whatever time you have in a more productive manner. Ali Abdal's productivity in the book I am yet to go through that book. When I finish that, probably I'll make another video to tell you how exactly that book has impacted my life. That's when I finish implementing the learnings from that book into my life. I will be making more videos about time management and about how I am improving time management in my life. So watch out for the next couple of videos as well. I hope today's video was really helpful for you. Until we meet you with another video, it's bye bye and take care.